Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Heaters franchise, even year number 1. Last episode, we took on the Jacks for the first and only time this season in the regular year, and we ended up winning that match 6-3, as our offense scored more than 4 runs for the first time in the series. We had 3 players hit their first career home runs, and we also had a couple debuts from rookies that went surprisingly well, namely rookie starter Jamison Cole, who got the victory, and rookie first baseman Alan Hinton, who homered in his first ever at-bat. With that win, we finished off our road trip at 3-2, and we head home to Red Rock Park for the first time here in the series as part of a doubleheader this episode against our division rivals, the Platypi. Both teams come into the matchup at 3-2. Platypi send right-hander veteran Stubby Tubrick to the hill, 1-0 with a 3.18 ERA and a 1.76 whip. And on the mound for us is veteran left-hander Bishop Fuller, who got the victory in his first start, throwing 8 shutout innings, so he has a 0 ERA and an 0.88 whip. Lineup we're sending out there for today's game. Leading off is catcher Hank Hart back in the lineup. Batting second, locked in center fielder Ray's Rufo. Batting third, shortstop Jesus Gold. He's also locked in. Batting fourth, locked in first baseman Alan Hinton. Batting fifth, tense left fielder Slapper Kulut. Batting sixth, tense third baseman Theodore Stiffner. Batting seventh, tense second baseman Dion Bass. Batting eighth, right fielder Bolt Bolter. And batting ninth is the pitcher Fuller. Let's get it on. Alrighty, first time in the series, we'll get to see our home stadium, Red Rock Park, which was our home stadium back in the Hot Corners franchise. For those of you who have stuck around since those days, I apologize. That was a long time ago, and that was a lot of frustrating crap. Looking at the Platypi, good contact, good starting pitching as well. Speed and defense, a little bit above average. Power is almost non-existent, and their bullpen actually is non-existent. So this team's been doing some things right as they're 3-2 right now. They got a winning record. They're trying to keep their positive momentum going. Through the top of their lineup, it looks like, as they'll send the locked-in Sandbrick, McStevens, and Rodriguez to the plate first against the left-hander Fuller. So that'll be an interesting combination. Alrighty, here we go. Leading off is first baseman Scooter Sandbrick, locked in, hitting .474 on the year with 4 RBIs already on the season. Fuller's numbers from his first start. Bishop got the victory in his first start. He went 8 shutout innings, giving up 6 hits and a walk. He struck out 9 and had a batting average against a .214. Coming in 1-0 with an ERA of 0 and a whip of 0.88. Here's the lineup he'll face from the Platypi. After Sandbrick, it's locked in shortstop Beefcake McStevens. Batting third, locked in third baseman rookie Sky Rodriguez. Batting fourth, tense left fielder Muffin Studwick. Batting fifth, second baseman Kitty Kaufman. Batting sixth, right fielder Hera O'Wugliams. Batting seventh, catcher Tugboat Thomas. Batting eighth, rookie center fielder Linda Hand. And batting ninth is the pitcher Stubby Tubrick. Fuller set, here we go. Either way is outside for ball 1. Throw ball at the knees, swung through by Sandbrick in the dirt, 1-1. Two-seamer at the knees, check swing inside, low, strike called, 1-2. Slider away, outside on the check swing, 2-2. Good take there by Sandbrick. Change up and in, foul back, we'll do it again, still a 2-2 count. Fastball middle of the plate, fouled off, we'll do it again. Good fight from Sandbrick here, already seeing the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. Slider down and away, fouled back, we'll do it again. Now up to the 8th pitch. Change it down and in. Out in front of it, strike 3 as he chases it inside. First punch out today for Fuller. 1 down, and that'll bring up shortstop Beefcake McStevens, locked in, hitting .350 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Definitely the face of this offense. First pitch fastball up and away. Way high, ball 1. Fuller already locked in. Seamer down and in, rip foul. Oh, and 1-1 the count now. Slider down and away is in the dirt, 2-1. Change up and in. McStevens out in front of it on the swing, 2-2 the count. Curveball down and in the dirt. Full count offering coming. Fastball middle of the plate, fouled back. McStevens late on the swing, we'll do it again. Two-seamer up and in, chased it, strike 3. Second punch out for Fuller, 2 down. Base is empty for rookie third baseman, locked in Sky Rodriguez, hitting .400 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. Also has her power and contact versus lefties trait active. That's why she's getting the start today. First pitch changeup away. Driven by Rodriguez as that came over the middle of the plate, and that is not coming back, folks. It is gone. Just to the left of center there in the stands. Second homer of the year for the rookie Rodriguez as she gives the Platypi an early 1-0 lead here in the first. Unlucky there. Now to bring up left fielder Tense Muffin Studwick, hitting 200 on the season. Fuller down the neutral mojo. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. That's Fuller's first run he's given up this year. Slider down and in low, 1-1. Curveball at the knees. Fouled off, 1-2 the count. Change up and in. Swung through it, strike 3. Third punch out of the inning for Fuller as he ends up striking out the side, but he gives up a home run ball to Rodriguez when he hangs a changeup on the first pitch to her. Rookie makes it 1-0 Platypi to the bottom of the first. Hank Hart, Ray's Rufo, and Jesus Gold do up against Stubby Tubrick. Catcher Hank Hart leading off. Rookie hitting .357 with 2 RBIs on the year, back in the lineup today. Took last episode off. Came on late as a defensive sub, though. Stubby Tubrick on the year, 1-0. He had a .318 ERA and a 1.76 whip. In his first start, he went 5 2/3 innings, got the win, gave up only 2 earned runs in that start. 7 hits, surrender with the homer, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Batting average against .318 on the year for Stubby. Platypi set and fire. Change it in, down and in. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down and in low this time. 1 the count. Heater inside, strike called, 1-2. Heater down and in. Strike 3 called at the knees. Good placement pitch from Tubrick as that caught the corner. 1 down, and that'll bring up Ray's Rufo. Locked in center fielder, hitting .458. 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the year for the rookie as he homered last episode. First of his career as that fastball caught the knees, 0-1. Fastball chased it high, 0-2 the count. Check swing high on the fastball, misses, 1-2 the count. Curveball at the knees, skied by Rufo off the end of the bat to center. Linda Hand is there, and the rookie will put it away for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up rookie shortstop Jesus Gold. Locked in, hitting .429 with a homer and 3 RBIs. He also homered for the first time in his career last episode. Heater up and in, strike called from Tubrick, 0-1. Change it down and in is inside, 1-1. Heater up and in high, 2-1. Change it middle of the plate, pulled foul, out in front of it is Gold, 2-2. Fastball up, lined up the middle, backhanded by Tubrick as he makes the snag, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for him. To the second, it's 1-0. Kaufman, Owegliams, and Thomas do up. Leading off the inning is second baseman Kitty Kaufman, hitting .286 with a homer and 1 RBI on the year. First pitch slider up and away, foul back, 0-1. Change up and in, chased it inside, 0-2 the count. Tough out activates for Kaufman. Do you see me down and away? Skied off the end of the bat to right, bolter back a few steps, now in. Makes the catch for the first out. Next up, right fielder Hera Owegliams, hitting .250 with a homer and an RBI on the season. First pitch fastball up and in, ripped to first, leaping his hit, knocked off his glove into shallow right field, and that'll be a base hit for Owegliams. Good effort by Hinton. He just doesn't have the fielding stats to make those kinds of plays. Owegliams on with 1 down, and that'll bring up catcher Tugboat Thomas, hitting .071 on the year. Curveball down and in, just inside, ball 1. Fastball down at the knees, off the catcher's glove, behind the plate. Hart lets it get by and throw down to second is late while Owegliams advances on the pass ball. 0-2 the count now to Thomas. You see him roll up and in, fouled off, 2-1. Slider away, chased it below the knees, 2-2 the count. You see him up and in, inside, 3-2. Change it down in the way. Thomas rips it in the hole to short. Gold dives for it, cuts it off, fires to first. In time to get Thomas for the second out as Owegliams advances to third on the play. Thomas now tense, and that'll bring up rookie center fielder Linda Hand with the RBI chance. Rookie only hitting .143 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. First pitch 2-seamer up and away. Check swing strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away. Check swing strike called, 0-2 the count. Fuller ahead. Curveball down and in. Swung through it, strike 3. Fourth punch out of the game for Fuller, and that ends the inning as he strands the runner at third. Bottom 2, it's still 1-0 Platypi. Hinton leads off, followed by Glute and Stiffner here in the bottom of the second. Leading off the inning, rookie first baseman Alan Hinton, hitting 3 for 4 on the season with a homer and an RBI in his first career game. He went yard in his first at-bat in the league as he homered on the first strike he saw, which was a hanging slider from Donko. Heater away outside, caught the corner, 0-1. Chased it high, 0-2 the count. Fastball up and away, swung through it, strike 3. Second punch up for Tubrick, 1 down. Now to bring up slapper Galoot, left fielder Tense, hitting .273 with a homer and 4 RBIs. Change up inside, strike called to Galoot, 0-1. Fastball down and in is low and inside, 1-1. Curveball away, grounded to short, right at McStevens. He'll make the easy play on a hop, 2 down. Tubrick now locked in. Now to bring up Tense third baseman Theodore Stiffner, 0 for his last 10 at-bats. .292 with an RBI on the year. Fastball high, misses, ball 1. Change up and in, strike called, 1-1. Change up at the knees, ripped foul by Stiffner, 1-2 the count. Big pitch coming from Tubrick. Change up at the knees, pulled foul, that's hanging up. Can Studwick get there? Not quite, it's just in the first row of the seats. 1-2 remains the count. Fastball, change up and away, fouled off again. Still 1-2. Fastball middle in, swung through it, strike 3. Third punch out for Tubrick. Stiffner's now 0 for his last 11 to the third. It's 1-0. Tubrick, Sandbrick, and McStevens due up. There's Tubrick hitting .333 on the year, locked in currently. First pitch fastball up and away, fouled back, 0-1. Curveball down and away, strike called at the knees, 0-2 the count. Two-seamer up and in, inside, 1-2. Slider down and in. Grounded to third. Stiffner to his left. Cuts it off. Fires to first. 1 down. Next up is first baseman Scooter Sandbrick. 0 for 1 today. Struck out his first time up. Fastball at the knees on the first pitch. Ripped up the middle. Base hit for Sandbrick. His first hit today. He's 1 for 2. Fuller down the neutral mojo. Now to bring up McStevens. Struck out his first time up as well. He's 0 for 1 today. Switch curveball, middle of the plate, fouled off, 0-1. Change it down and in. Chopped up the middle, base dives for it, off his glove into center field. That'll be a single for McStevens. 2 on and 1 down now for Rodriguez, who homered her first time up. Rookie crushed a hanging changeup on the first pitch she saw and deposited it left of center. So far, that's the only run on the board for either team. It's two-seamer down and the way is outside, ball 1. Slider down and in is low in the dirt, 2-0 the count. Fastball up and in, foul back, 2-1 the count. Change it middle away. Rodriguez is late on the swing and fouled off into the Heaters dugout, 2-2 the count. Curveball down, chased it in the dirt below the knees, strike 3, 5th punch out for Fuller. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Muffin Studwick, who has RBI man, but he is still tense. 0 for 1 today. Studwick struck out his first time at the plate. Change up and in on the first pitch is way high, ball 1. Four-seamer middle away. Strike called on the outer corner, 1-1. Slider down low, misses in the dirt, 2-1. Two-seamer up and away, fouled off, 2-2 the count. Fastball up and in, way high, full count, runners will go with the pitch. Curveball middle of the plate, chopped in front of the plate, fair ball. Hart picks it up and fires to first on the bare hand, and that will end the inning. As Fuller strands 2 runners, bottom 3, it's still 1-0. Base, Bolter, and Fuller, bottom of the lineup up for the Heaters. Leading off is rookie second baseman Dion Base. He is tense, hitting .263 with an RBI on the year. Facing the now locked in Tubrick. Fastball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Heater high, misses, 1-1. Fastball middle in, popped up down the right field line, hooking foul. Sandbrick will get to it, and that'll be the first out. Next up, Volt Bolter, right fielder, hitting .400 with an RBI on the season. First pitch heater at the letters, 0-1. Curveball down in the way, chopped up the middle to short. McStevens to his left, cuts it off, fires, and time to first, 2 down. Base is empty for Bishop Fuller, batting 1 for 3 on the season. Change up inside, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and in is high, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, line to left field, and that is a base hit for Fuller as it drops in front of Studwick. Fuller 1 for 1 today, and that'll extend the inning for the top of the lineup. Here's Hank Hart. Catcher is tense, 0 for 1 today, and thanks to a pass ball back in the second inning. Fastball at the knees, 0-1 the count. Kubrick ahead. He also struck out looking his first time up. Fastball at the letters, 0-2. Fastball middle in, lined up, grounded up the middle. McStevens there, cuts it off, fires the first in time to end the inning. To the fourth, it is still 1-0. Platypi lead. Kaufman, Williams, and Thomas do up against Fuller. Here's Kaufman, 0 for 1 today. Fuller now locked in after singling last inning. Fastball at the knees, fouled off, 0-1. Slider middle away. Foul back, 0-2 the count. Kaufman flew out to right her first time up as tough out activates. Change up and in. High, 1-2. Two-seamer up and in. Check swing, strike 3 called on the inside corner. 6th punch out for Fuller, 1 down. Now to bring up a Williams, 1 for 1 with the single. Ball down and in is low, ball 1. Fastball down in the way, chopped in the hole to short, charging Stiffner. He'll cut it off, bare hand and fire in time for the second out. Next up, Thomas, 0 for 1 today, currently tense. Grounded out to short his first time up. Two-seamer at the knees on the first pitch, fouled back, 0-1. Slider up and in, rip foul, out of play, 0-2 the count. Fastball up and away, check swing high, good take by Thomas, 1-2 the count. Curveball down and in. Ripped and short, right at Gold to his left. He'll make the play cleanly to first. 1-2-3 inning for Fuller. First today for him. Bottom 4, it is 1-0. Rufo, Gold, and Hinton do up. Part of the lineup coming up for the Heaters as we look to get on the board. Only 1 hit so far today for us, and it's from our pitcher. Rufo leading off. He's 0 for 1 today. Currently locked in still. Fastball up and in. Away, strike called. 0-1. Fastball down in the way, strike 2. Curveball middle in, bloop to right center field. That is down for a hit as Rufo's going to find himself his first hit of the day. Cut off by a Williams in the gap. Rufo digging for second. He'll beat the throw in. It is a double. Leadoff man in scoring position here in the fourth for the Heaters as Gold due up next, 0 for 1. Line back to the pitcher, his first time up. 2 brick set. He'll fire. Curveball down and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball middle in, ripped by Gold to third, caught by Rodriguez on a leap. Good reactions, 1 down, and now to bring up Alan Hinton. The rookie has RBI man active for the first time in his career. 0 for 1 today, grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Heater up and in, strike called, 0-1. Curveball's outside, 1-1. Fastball up and in, pulled foul, 1-2 the count. Change it down and away, rip foul again. We'll stay alive at 1-2. Curveball down and away, grounded up the middle. McStevens dives, cuts it off behind second. Rufo holds at third as Hinton is out at first. 2 down. Now to bring up Slapper Gloop with the RBI chance, 0 for 1 today. Slapper looking to find a hole here. Fastball up and in is inside, ball 1. Heater away, called a strike on the corner, 1-1. Fastball down and in, chopped in the hole. McStevens dives. He's got no play at first base as Gloop beats it out for an infield single. Rufo scores. We're tied at 1. And now to bring up Stiffner, 0 for 1 with the strikeout. 0 for his last 11. Fastball's high, ball 1. Changeup low, in there at the knees, 1-1. Heater inside, misses, 2-1 the count. Fastball down and away, bloop to right field, and there's Stiffner's first hit in 3 episodes as he'll get on with a 2-out single. Runner going for third is in there safely. Runners at the corners with 2 down for D on base, 0 for 1. 2-out RBI chance for base. Runners at the corners. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Dubrick looking to get out of the jam as he's down to neutral mojo. First pitch fastball caught the outside corner. 0-1. Heater's low. 1-1. Fastball up and in is popped up. Shallow left center field. That could be trouble. But McStevens is there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. To the 5th, we are tied up at 1 now after the RBI single by Glute. And Tubrick and Sandbrick do it. Linda Hand leading off. Center fielder is 0 for 1 today. First fastball at the knees. Fouled back. 0-1. Slider away. Fouled off. 0-2. Change up away. Strike 3 called down the middle. 7th punch out for Fuller today. 1 down, and that'll bring him Tubrick. 0 for 1. Ball at the knees. Strike called on the check swing. 0-1. Two-seamer up and in. High and inside. 1-1. Four-seamer up and away. Swung through it. 1-2 the count. Slider down and in. Strike 3 called at the knees. 8th punch out for Fuller. Back-to-back Ks in the inning. That'll bring up Sandbrick. 1 for 2 with a single. Change up away. Outside. 1-0 the count. Sandbrick's also struck out today. Fastball away, driven by Sandbrick to left center field as he wound up and cranked it deep left center. Glute leaps at the wall, but it's out of his reach. It's a home run for Scooter Sandbrick, 2nd of the season for the first baseman. And Platypi regain the lead. It is 2-1 as he guessed the location correctly on the fastball. 2-1 the score, and that'll bring up McStevens, 1 for 2 with a single last time up. It's also struck out today. Fuller still locked in despite the home run. First pitch curveball middle away is outside. Ball 1. Changeup hangs, fouled back. McStevens late on the swing, 1-1. Four-seamer down and away. Check swing outside, 2-1. Slider down and in. Chop to short, charging his gold. He'll make the play. On to first, and that's in time to end the inning. Fuller does give up the lead, though, on the home run by Sandbrick. 2-1 to the bottom of the 5th. Bolter, Fuller, and Hart do up for the Heaters. There's Volt Bolter, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. Fastball's high, ball 1. Tubrick approaching the 60 pitch mark today. Curveball hangs in the middle of the plate, and that's grounded up the middle for Bolter, and a single into center. 1 for 2 today now for the outfielder, and that'll bring up Fuller, 1 for 1 with a single. Fastball high, ball 1. Bunt shown from the pitcher. Pick off to first, Bolter back safely. One shown from Fuller again. Runner goes. Fastball in there for a strike. Throw down by Thomas. No chance of getting Bolter. He steals second easily. I believe that's his 3rd steal of the season. It is. Bolter is, it's his 4th. He's 4 for 4 today on this year. 1-1 the count to Fuller. Bunt shown. Bunt down foul. 1-2 the count. Got a swing now. Fastball up. Line to left center. McStevens makes a nice leaping catch to save a hit. 1 down, and that'll bring up Hank Hart, catcher 0 for 2 today, and tense. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Pitch out on that one, nothing doing, 1-1. Fastball middle of the plate, line to center field, and that is dumped in front of Hand for a base hit. Holding at third is Bolter. His hand is the best arm in the outfield, so we're not testing that. Runners at the corners, 1 down for Ray's Rufo, 1 for 2 with the double. And a run scored as he looks to try and break the tie, get us back into the game. Curveball low, ball 1, tying run at third. Change up low, 2-0 the count to Rufo. Fastball middle of the plate, sky down the left field line. McStudwick over near the line. This might be deep enough to score him. Making the catch and tagging is going to be Bolter. Throw in, just laid. Sack fly for Rufo. We're tied at 2. Runner is still at first, 2 down for Jesus Gold, 0 for 2 today. Grounded out his first time up, or his last time up. He also lined out. Heater inside misses. Ball 1. Fastball up and away high. 2-0. 1 second. I hate spam callers. Anyway, moving on. 2-0 count here to Gold. Runner at first. 2 down. Don't hang it. Check swing outside on the changeup. 3-0 the count. Fast popping away. High ball 4. First walk today for Tubrick. Runners at first and second with 2 down for Alan Hinton. Rookie 0 for 2 today, but he does have RBI man active again. Can he deliver? Curveball hangs on the first pitch and Hinton deposits it left center field. Will that get out? Fireball coming at you right off the base of the first row. Home run for Alan Hinton as the rookie hits his second homer in as many games, and this time with an RBI man boost on it. 5-2 Heaters lead as we break the game in our favor. Slapper glued up next. RBI single last time up. Still tense though. 1 for 2 today. Fastball inside. Misses. Ball 1. Tubrick now tense, and all it takes is one pitch to ruin your good day. Same to be you, Stubby. Changed away. Ripped up the middle on the ground. Base hit for Gloop. His second hit today. He is 2 for 3. And he's back to neutral mojo finally. That'll bring up Stiffner. 1 for 2. Single last time up. Also still tense. That'll do it for Tubrick, only going 4 2/3 innings, giving up 5 earned runs on 1 walk. How many hits? 8 hits, and he also had 1 big home run that really killed him. He gave up 5 earned. Runner first, still his responsibility. He also struck out 3 batters. Coming out of the bullpen here is left-hander Remington Sharp, the rookie reliever. Sharp on the year, 1-0. He has a 3.60 ERA and an 0.80 WHIP. 2 earned runs given up in 4 appearances, 5 innings total. He's given up 3 hits, a wild pitch, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Batting average against 158 on the year. Coming into this appearance, tense. Fastball down and in, strike called. Good pitch, 0-1. Fastball down and in, chopped up the middle. Diving is Kaufman, passed her into center field, and that is a base hit. Second hit for Stiffner today. He's 2 for 3. First and second now, 2 down for Dion Base. 0 for 2 today for the second baseman, who is still tense, looking to get out of his slump. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball down and in, line to first, right at Sandberg, and that's not going to help, and that ends the inning. To the 6th, it is 5-2, though, as we get a big 3-run homer from Alan Hinton, the rookie, to break it open. To the 6th, Rodriguez, Studwick, and Kaufman, hard lineup, face Fuller for the 3rd time today. Rodriguez leading off, 1 for 2. Solo home runner first time up. She's also grounded out today. Curveball away is outside. Ball 1. Fastball down and then inside. 2-0. Slider inside low. 3-0. Two-seamer middle of the plate. Ripped by Rodriguez right center field. She got all of that one, folks, and that is her second homer of the game. Dongarang, first multi-homer game in the career of Sky Rodriguez. Her 3rd homer of the season, 2nd today, and that makes it a 5-3 game. Fuller's down the neutral mojo. Left that cutter in the middle of his plate, or two-seamer in the middle of the plate. Studwick up next, 0 for 2 today and still tense. First pitch curveball away, low below the knees, ball 1. Fastball down and in is low, 2-0. Change up down and in, swung through it, 2-1. A little early on that swing. Slider down and away, low, 3-1. Two-seamer up and in, fouled back, full count offering coming. Fastball up and away. Popped up foul. That'll get out of play. Hinton has no chance to catch it. Playoff pitch still coming. Curveball down and in. Strike 3 called at the knees. 8th punch out for Fuller. 1 down, and that'll bring up Kaufman 0 for 2. Oh, sorry, 9th punch out for Fuller, actually, as he doubles his strikeout count for the season. Slider down and away. Strike called. 0-1. Fastball up. Foul back. 0-2 the count to Kaufman. Tough out activates again. Change it down and in. Low, 1-2. Curveball down and away. Chopped up the middle under Fuller's glove. Base charges, bare hands, and fires to first. In time for the second out. Good recovery, Dion. That'll bring up O'Wugliams. 1 for 2 with a single earlier in the game. Slider outside on the first pitch. Misses. Ball 1. Curveball up and in on the next pitch. Fouled back. 1-1 the count. Four-seamer up. Chased and popped up behind short. Gold out for it in shallow left center is there. And he'll make a catch to end the inning as Fuller gets through the 6th with the quality start, but he gives up his 2nd homer of the game. Third homer of the game as Sky Rodriguez hits her second as she crushes a two-seamer over the right center field wall. 5-3 now, Platypi down by 2 to the bottom of the 6th. 8-9-1 due up for the Heaters. Bolter leading off, 1 for 2 today with a single. Right fielder switch hitting, now batting right-handed for the first time today against the left-hander Sharp, who is still tense. Heater away, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and in is inside, 1-1 the count to Bolter. Fastball away is fouled off by Volt, out of play. 1-2 the count as Tough Out will activate. Fastball down in the way, line softly to second. Kaufman there on the grass makes the catch, 1 down. Fuller up next, 1 for 2 with a single. He will be pinch hit for here as he is done after 6 innings of work today. On the day, he gave up 6 hits, no walks, and 3 runs on 3 separate solo homers. Also struck out 9 batters. Very good quality start for the veteran pitcher. In line for his second victory of the season. Coming off the bench to pinch hit is going to be shortstop Busha Digman. Digman on the air, 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter. She had an RBI single last time she pinch hit against the Jacks last episode. Sharp back to neutral mojo as he'll face the pinch hitter here. Fastball low, ball 1. Fastball inside, strike called, 1-1. Fastball middle in, chop to short. Charging is McStevens, making the play to first, 2 down. All right, and looks like this doubleheader is going to be split into 2 episodes, as apparently I'm needed for help somewhere. So we'll get to that in a second. Hart wins, 1 for 3 today. Heater inside, strike called, 0-1. Fastball inside, chased it, 0-2 the count. Sharp ahead. Fastball down and then bloop to right center field. That is going to sink in front of Williams for Hart's second hit today. He is 2 for 4. Keeps inning alive here in the 6th for Reyes Rufo. 1 for 2 today with an RBI double. Fastball down and in. Strike called at the knees. 0-1. Fastball inside. Swung through it. 0-2 the count. Fastball up and in. Grounded in the hole to short. Cut off by Rodriguez. She'll fire to first in time to get Rufo, and that will end the inning. Coming off the bench, who's going to come out of the bullpen here? We are going to hand it over to rookie left-hander Nebula Piddlestick. She'll take over for Digman on the hill. To the top of the 7th, it is a 5-3 game. Thomas, Hand, and Sharp due up for the Platypi. Leading off is catcher Tugboat Thomas, 0 for 2 today and still tense. He'll face the rookie Piddlestick. Nebula, in her first appearance, blew the save against the B-Wolves, which ended up being a loss in 10 innings. No record, a 10.80 ERA and a 2.40 whip. She gave up 2 earned runs in an inning and 2/3, giving up 3 hits, a walk, a homer, and a strikeout. Batting average against .375, looking to redeem herself slightly here in her second appearance. First pitch fastball down and away, chopped in the hole to second. Base over to his left, cuts it off, fires to first, 1 down. Next up is Linda Hand, 0 for 2 today. Center fielder is tense and specialist is active against her here. First pitch curveball away, outside, ball 1. Four-seamer up and away. Hand takes it for a strike, 1-1. Slider down and in. Check swing low, 2-1. Fastball down and in. Chased it inside, 2-2 the count. Curveball up and away. Outside, full count coming. Slider down and in. Chop to the left of the mound. Piddlestick off. Bare hands it cleanly to first, 2 down. Now to bring up Remington Sharp, the pitcher. Pinch hitter coming for him. It is shortstop Charlie Lopez, who is 10th, hitting 125 on the year. First pitch slider up and in is inside, ball 1. Curveball away, outside, 2-0. Slider down and in. Lopez takes it inside, 3-0 the count. Fastball middle away, strike called, 3-1. Curveball down and in. Ripped foul by Lopez, out of play. Full count offering will come from Piddlestick here. Fastball up, high, ball 4. First walk for Piddlestick today. Lopez on to extend the inning for Sandberg, who's on fire after homering last at bat. He's 2 for 3. He's also got a single. 1 RBI, and specialist is active against him. First pitch slider down and away, ripped foul, 0-1. Fastball up and away is outside, 1-1. Curveball down and in, low, 2-1. Fastball middle of the plate, Sandberg rips it up the middle, base hit for Scooter, his 3rd hit today. He's 3 for 4. That keeps the inning alive here for McStevens. Beefcake 1 for 3 with a single, no longer locked in though. First pitch fastball down and away. Outside and low. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Low 2-0. Slider up and away. Fouled off. 2-1. Fastball away. Rip the third. Right at Stiffner, who secures the liner, and that ends the inning as Piddlestick gets out of a jam. Coming out of the bullpen is Hugh Jacobs, as he'll replace Lopez on the mound. Bottom 7th, it is 5-3. Hard to line up for the heaters here. Gold, Hinton, and Glute. There's Jesus Gold, 0 for 2 today with a walk last time at the plate. He's also locked in, facing the right-hander Hugh Jacobs. Jacobs on the year, 1-0. He has a 2.25 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. 1 earned run given up in 4 appearances, totaling 4 innings. He's given up 6 hits, a homer, a hit batsman, and 2 strikeouts. Batting average against .333 on the year. Jacobs sets and fires. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, and it's ripped up the middle for Gold. His first hit today, he's 1 for 3. Rookie on to start the inning, and that'll bring up Alan Hinton. Homered last time at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a 3-run bomb. First pitch comes in. Slider at the knee. Strike called. Throw down by Thomas. Just in time to get frickin' Gold as he was trying to get in scoring position for Hinton's RBI man. 0-1 the count to Hinton. Curveball down is ripped foul. 0-2 the count. I believe that is Gold's first attempt to steal this year. It is. He's 0 for 1. 0-2 count here to Hinton. Curveball inside misses. Ball 1. Curveball outside. 2-2 the count. Fastball up and away. Line to right center. Base hit as it's over the leaping Kaufman as Hinton finds his second hit of the game. He is 2 for 4. Puts him at first with 1 down as he's locked in. And that'll bring up Slapper Glute. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and an RBI. Slider at the knees. Ripped to center field by Glute in front of the sliding hand. That is down for his 3rd hit today. He is 3 for 4. Runner at the corners now with 1 down. That'll bring up Stiffner. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Still tense though. Trying to bust out of his slump. Fastball high from Glute Jacobs. Misses ball 1 as he is now also tense. Slider up and in. Turned on by Stiffner. Skied down the left field line. This should be deep enough to score the runner from 3rd. Studwick makes the catch. Tagging from 3rd is going to be Hinton as he scores on the sac fly. 6-3 Heaters lead. They now have a 3-run lead again, and that'll bring up Dion Basso for 3 and tense. Lined out last time at the plate. Slider in the dirt. Chopped to the right of the mound. Barehanded by Jacobs to first in time, and that will end the inning. To the 8th, it is 6-3. Rodriguez, Studwick, and Kaufman due up here against Piddlestick. Rodriguez 2 for 3 today. She's homered twice, driving in 2 runs. Still locked in at the plate. Piddlestick will face her. Lefty's trait still active. We are going to make a defensive sub here as I'm going to bring in... Okay. Worry about that later. Never mind. Do that next inning. Fastball at the knees. Strike called. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Ripped by Rodriguez, and that is long gone as she sat on a curveball and crushed it over the left field wall. 3rd homer of the day for Sky Rodriguez, her 4th of the season already, and that brings them back within 2 runs again. It is 6-4. Next up, Muffin Studwick 0 for 3 today in tense. Slider away on the first pitch. Driven by Studwick off the end of the bat to right center. He just missed it though. Rufo to the warning track is there. Puts it away for the first out. That'll bring up Kaufman, who's 0 for 3 today. Fastball up on the first pitch. Ripped to short second. 1 hopper to base. He'll make the play to first. 2 down. Base is empty for a Williams, who has specialist active against her. 1 for 3 today with the single. First pitch curveball down and in. Chop the second right at base. He'll charge and make the play to first. And that's going to end the inning, but Piddlestick gives up a home run as Rodriguez hits her 3rd of the day, bringing the Platypi back within 2 runs. It is 6-4. Bottom 8, Bolter, Piddlestick, and Hart due up. Leading off is Volt Bolter, 1 for 3 today with the single. Right fielder trying to get on here against the tense Jacobs. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up is chased and fouled off, 0-2 the count. As tough out activates for Bolter. Curveball down and in, pulled down the right field line. Just caught by Sandberg in foul territory. Good at range, 1 down. Piddlestick due up next. We will pinch hit for her. Coming off the bench will be Mantonio Lavo, the first baseman. Hitting .294 on the year with 2 RBIs. Curveball down and in, ripped hard, but foul. 0-1. So that was a hanging meatball. Curveball this time is inside, 1-1. Curveball down, knocked down by Jacobs behind the mound as he'll chase after it. Barehand at the first, in time, 2 down. Jacobs back to neutral, now to bring up Hank Hart, 2-for-4 today with 2 singles. Fastball inside, strike called, 0-1. Sliders outside, 1-1 the count. Fastball up and in, popped up behind the mound. Right there for it is Jacobs. He'll catch it, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for the Platypi here in the 8th. 9th we go. We are going to make some defensive subs now. Lavo is going to stay in. I'm going to take out Stiffner and move Hinton to third base, have Lavo at first. And then we're going to put in Maggie Rags to play second. So we will double switch here. Durr Neverwalker coming on for the save as Stiffner exits. To the 9th, it is 6-4. Tugboat Thomas, Linda Hand, and Hugh Jacobs do up for the Platypi. It's the bottom of their lineup, trying to stay alive. Thomas leading off, 0-for-3 today. Catcher back to neutral mojo after throwing out a base runner 2 innings ago. We are going to swap Lavo with Hinton, so Hinton will be at third. And then at second base, we are going to bring in Maggie Rags. That's all the defensive subs we'll make here. Okay. Neverwalker coming out of the bullpen looking for his second save of his career. Neverwalker 0-1 on the year. He's got a 1.93 ERA and an 0.86 whip. Last appearance was against the Beagles, which he gave up the lead in the 10th inning on a pinch hit walk-off double by Poke Foster. The only run he's given up on the year. 1 save, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits given up with 4 strikeouts. Batting average against .235 on the year here. Facing the bottom of the Platypi lineup. Fastball high, ball 1. Curveball up and in. Fouled back by Thomas, 1-1. Slider away. Fouled off, 1-2 the count. 2-seamer down and in. Chopped the first. High hopper to Lavo, who picks it cleanly. He'll fire to first, 1 down. Next up, Linda Hand, 0-for-3 today, and tense. Trying to start something here against Neverwalker. 2-seamer up and in is high, ball 1. Fastball away, fouled off, 1-1 the count. Curveball down and in, ripped foul, 1-2 the count. Big pitch coming here, slider down in the way, chased it, strike 3. First punch up for Neverwalker, 2 down. Base is empty for Hugh Jacobs. The pitcher slot, they will pinch hit for him, I hope. And it will be Willie Bacon, the center fielder, hitting 167 on the year. Tense currently, one of 2 twin brothers in the league. The other, of course, being backup second baseman for the Wild Pigs, Wally Bacon. Willie is the normal everyday center fielder, but because he's tense, Linda Hand got the start today. First it's fastball up and in. Popped up down the right field line. Bolter giving chase near the line. Gets there, makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Neverwalker in the 9th as he gets the save. As we take game 1 of this doubleheader, 6-4. As that's our second win in division. We're now 2-1 against divisional opponents. 6-4 the final score. All 4 of the Platypi runs today come on solo homers. 3 of them by Sky Rodriguez and 1 by Scooter Sandbrick, as the corner of the infield really delivered the power for them today. We got 6 runs in, 3 of them on a home run, which was by rookie Alan Hinton. Love that man. Everyone else scored it in. 2 sac flies and an RBI single. Looking at the box scores, obviously Rodriguez is going to be the player of the game. I mean, she had 3 home runs, and she still lost. A solo home run for Scooter Sandbrick as well. That's all the runs for the Platypi. That was also 6 of their 8 hits came from those 2 batters. The other 2 hits were Williams and McStevens, which were both singles. On the other side, for us, everybody got a hit today except Dion Base. He went 0-for-4, really struggling there, as well as pinch hitters Digman and Lavo. 3 RBIs today for Alan Hinton as the rookie hits his 2nd homer in his 2nd game. Ray's Rufo had a sac fly, Stiffner had a sac fly, and Slapper Glued had an RBI single. Pitching lines, Tubrick goes 4 2/3, gives up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and a homer. He falls to 1-1. Remington Sharp and Hugh Jacobs combined for 3 1/3 innings out of the pen. Only 1 run given up between them, which went to Jacobs there at the end of the game on that sac fly by Stiffner. In the pitching lines, Bishop Fuller gets a quality start. He goes 6 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 3 home runs, en route to his 2nd win of the year. He improves to 2-0. Piddlestick, 2 innings out of the pen, giving up 2 hits, a walk, and an earned run on a homer. ERA still really high for her, and Neverwalker, a clean 9th inning, getting the save with 1 strikeout, his 2nd save of the season. Player of the game is Sky Rodriguez for her 3-homer day. I mean, come on, you can't argue with that. Runner-up is Alan Hinton with his 3-run homer, and then Scooter Sandbrick with his 3-for-4 day, including a solo homer. Not bad. Love it. Would have loved not to given up all those home runs to Rodriguez, but I'll take what I can get. Thankfully, next game is against a right-hander, so she won't probably be in the lineup. And if she is, she won't have that extra power and contact boost. Alrighty, let's have a look around the league here, see if any roster moves were made. Looks like there was 3, 4, 5 of them. That's a good amount. Biff Noggins released by the Grapplers for right fielder hotshot rookie Angela Crush. Little bit of a beef-up move there by the Grapplers, as we're now tied for first place with the B-Wolves after that victory. Herbivores signed rookie center fielder River Berry as they replace backup outfielder Chili Little, beefing up that center field spot. Tarzan Woodburn is off the Crocodiles as they replace him with rookie second baseman Jadil Zavala. Rookie, it's a good move there for the Crocodiles as they are struggling here on the year. They're in last place currently in their division. I believe they're 1-4. Mindy Marshwater released by the Blowfish as they bring in rookie reliever Genevieve Quintero, who I was looking to sign actually, so that is kind of sad. Frederick Murray, the rookie starter, gets overpaid and signed by the Wide Loads for closer Rogan Balls. So that is going to move reliever Holder Close, the long reliever, into the bullpen. Digman loses 2 contact, and that doesn't matter. Okay, that's it. Okay, not bad. $5 million for Pollard, I still think is a little much for him, but it's probably in the right amount of price point for him to get signed. Let's go ahead and sim up to our next game first, though. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. So that means we got to make a decision for the bullpen. Obviously, I wanted Quintero over Johnson, but I think now we're going to have to settle for Johnson. But let's look at scores here. Hot Corners win 7-3 over the Moonstars as they improve to 4-2. Sandcats win 2-1 over the Blowfish, extending their division lead by half a game. Nemesis crushed the Buzzards today, 12-4. Haha, suck it, you winged bastards. Overdogs winning 12 over the Grapplers, 5-4. Thank you, dogs. I appreciate that win. Crocodiles then smacked the Jacks around 7-2. Freebooters taking on the Herbivores here. Freebooters rally and win 10-5 in the final inning as they improve to 5-1. One will be happy about that. Sirloins shut out the Wild Pigs 4-0 as the Wild Pigs fall to a worst record in the league at 1-6. Alright, so at the end of the sim, we are tied for first place with the B-Wolves, and we have the tiebreaker over them with a +3 to a -1 run differential. You love to see it. Next episode is going to be the second half of this doubleheader, which will be against the Platypi, because now I've got to go do something. Platypi will come in at 3-3, will come in at 4-2. On the mound for them will be rookie right-hander Rusty Nozzle, no record, a 1.23 ERA and an 0.82 WHIP. And on the mound for us will be rookie right-hander Air Lovestone, 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA and a 2.40 WHIP. Alright, so roster moves. Let's go ahead and look at the guys we have starred here and see what we're going to do. I'm going to star our old guys, see if they get picked up, of course. Alright, Landon Fair, 5'4", way too high for a C overall. We got plenty of time to worry about him. Not getting signed anytime soon. Moving down the list, there's Carlton Starr. I want to see where he goes. Jamie Pollard is at $5 million. Honestly, I'm okay with picking him up for $5 million. It's not horrible. He's just not going to see the field too often because he is... I really wanted a third baseman, though. That's right. But there were no third basemen. That's why I'm looking at him. And then, obviously, Digafordo, we can always sign him to replace Maggie Rags, of course, because he does the same thing Maggie does, but he's a better hitter than her. Just slightly. Slightly. Yeah, he's a lot weaker as a player, but he costs less. That's the big takeaway from that move. Okay, so there's 2 moves we're going to be making here soon. Moving down the list, I don't like any of them. I don't care about Win and Donkey. Ayala, 6'7". That's actually pretty good for a B overall. I could see me signing him for Nubs Wubbles and having him come off the bench, but we'll see if we have the money for that. Moving to pitching, obviously I don't like any of the remaining starters. Who have I released down here in the relievers? There's Delano, obviously, Huck and Duck, and Cashmore, there he is. Honestly, I don't overly love Rubio and Thomas, so I think we'll stick with Hiker for now, so we won't worry about that. Barron, still too expensive. Johnson is at 5'8". I would sign Johnson for 5'8" at 28 years old for that amount. So we have 3 roster moves we want to make here. We need to see if we have the money first. First things first, we'll spend the money that we are going to be spending, which is we're going to be getting rid of Boris Bigsworth, the long reliever, beefing him up with Valentina Johnson, the rookie right-hander. So that is a good move for the bullpen. That really shores up the bullpen, and we're now down to $3 million. That kind of forced our hand there because they did take Quintero, who if Quintero was there, I would have taken her instead. Moving down the list here. Let's see. Oh, there's Garcia. I forgot to start him. Okay, I knew I was missing somebody. Okay, so we wanted to spend money first, so that means next up is possibly Ayala here. If we get him for Nubs Wubbles, we don't have the money. Okay, so we can't do that move. Moving down to the Pollard for Digman. We have the money for that. I do know that. I know we have the money for that. 0.9. I can swing that. That's a good move with me. Down to 2-1. And then, obviously, the move to get rid of Maggie Rags. If we bring in Dig Eforto, the man, the myth, the legend himself, we get back $2.4 million. That puts us at $4.5 million. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and do it. And then that just means we won't make the move to replace Nubs Wubbles with Ayala because I don't want to lose all of our money. So that's the moves we're going to stick with for now. And Digman, there we go. Okay, and that's all the moves we're going to be making. So there's the roster moves. Definitely finishing up the cleanup for this rebuild kind of thing. Since we're doing so well, might as well just see what this does. And that actually freed up 3 of the opportunities here. Alright, so we looked at these last time. There was one that we obviously wanted, and that was the one for Piddlestick here. So let's go ahead and spend the money, because this is a trade you can't pass up. You have to take a shot at it no matter what. +1 power, only the 8 velocity, which is fine. That puts her at 46, down 4 accuracy to 58. Does not get K-Man. Damn, that was our best chance to get it, too. Unlucky, but she is now a B-, so she has improved. Yay. Love to see it. And we will be able to get this for Emma if it sticks around. That's a nice upgrade for her. Alright. Let's go ahead and set the lineup for Game 2 of this doubleheader to call it a day. And we'll play the second half of that doubleheader later. Leading off will be catcher Hank Hart, the better rookie, followed by center fielder Ray's Rufo, still locked in. Batting third, left fielder Slapper Glute. Batting fourth, locked in first baseman Alan Hinton. Batting fifth, shortstop Jesus Gold. Batting sixth, third baseman Theodore Stiffner. Batting who's 10th, batting seventh, 10th, second baseman Dion Bass. Batting eighth, right fielder Volt Bolter. And batting ninth will be the pitcher, Air Lovestone. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I was planning to make this a doubleheader, but I now have something to do, so this will be split into 2 parts. We got the victory against Platypi in Game 1, winning 6-4. We're now a balanced team after all the roster moves we made, bringing in Eforto, Jamie Pollard, the rookie shortstop, and rookie reliever Valentina Johnson. So now we are a formidable foe. We are tied for the division lead at 4-2. We're looking to take the division lead next episode with the victory in the second game against the Platypi. Hopefully we can do it. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. Thanks for listening to me babble on for an hour, talking about cartoon baseball and whatnot. If you haven't already, hit the follow button down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, link to Twitch in the description below. Until next time, everybody, this is the Nasty One, signing off.